You don't feel like doing anything, and you don't really know why. I've been there more times than I'd like to admit, just sitting there, staring at whatever I was supposed to be doing, feeling kind of hollow about the whole thing. And I used to watch videos about motivation, a lot of them. I'd finish one feeling pumped, ready to go, like something had shifted. Then 2 hours later, that feeling was completely gone. So if you're worried this is going to be another one of those, it's not. I'm not gonna hype you up. That stuff doesn't last. The thing I actually figured out is that motivation doesn't come first. Action does. I know that sounds backwards. It did to me too. But think about the last time you cleaned your room or went for a walk when you really didn't want to. Remember how you felt once you actually started? Even 5 minutes in, something shifts. You're not dreading it anymore. You're just doing it. That's how it actually works. The feeling follows the doing. So all that waiting around to feel ready, waiting to feel motivated enough to start, that's the trap. Because the feeling you're waiting for only shows up after you've already begun. And here's something I noticed about myself that might sound familiar. When I don't feel motivated, I don't just do nothing. I do other things instead. I clean stuff I don't need to clean. I check my phone. I reorganize things that were already fine. It feels like I'm busy, but I'm really just avoiding the one thing I actually need to do. And the longer I avoid it, the bigger it feels in my head. It grows. It starts to feel like this huge, heavy thing, but it was never that big. I just made it bigger by staying away from it. That's what avoidance does. It doesn't protect you from discomfort. It just delays it and adds extra weight to it. And at some point, you have to ask yourself, do I want to carry this thing around all day? Or do I want to just deal with it for 20 minutes and be done? Because those are genuinely the two options. There's no third one where you avoid it long enough and it disappears on its own. Another thing I want to say, and this one took me a while to accept, is that you don't have to be in a good mood to do good work. I used to think I needed to feel a certain way before I could produce anything worth anything. Like I had to wait for the right mental state. But that's just not true. Like some of my best work happened on days where I felt completely flat because I showed up anyway. And I think there's something in that. The work doesn't always care how you feel. It just needs you to show up. And I'm not saying grind yourself into the ground. That's not the point. Rest is real and rest matters. But there's a difference between actual rest and just sitting there feeling bad about not doing the thing. One of them actually recharges you. The other one just drains you while making you feel guilty on top of it. And most of the time, when I'm in that stuck place, I'm not truly resting. I'm just running from something. The last thing I'll say is this. You're probably not lazy. I genuinely don't think most people who struggle with motivation are lazy. I think they're overwhelmed or scared, or they've been disappointed enough times that starting feels pointless. And that makes sense, it really does, but the way out of that isn't waiting for the fear to go away. The way out is moving while the fear is still there. Small, slow, imperfect, but moving. So here's what I want you to do. Right now, pick one thing you've been putting off, just one, and do the smallest possible version of it. Open the tab, write the first line, put on your shoes, whatever it is, like just do that one small piece. That's it. You don't have to finish it. You don't have to feel good about it. Just start, because that's where the feeling you've been waiting for actually lives. And then see the magic yourself, how you actually go through it and complete it. Now go and do it. Don't watch the next video in the suggestion. Actually do your work.